everybody? Welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Oliver.
And today we are talking about, do attractive people get away with more?
Yes. No, because I don't get away with anything.
Same, right? Oh my God.
So we're going to establish two things on this show.
Right.
One, that we're ugly.
Yes.
Apparently. And two, that good-looking people get away with more shit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was just telling him before the show, I was like, hey, you know, I normally don't get free anything anywhere. I was like, but when he bartended, I got a lot of free drinks.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to support my fellow ugly people. You know what I mean? Ugly people deserve wins, too.
Yes, that is so true. But I will say this, you know, and this is just reality, right?
Yeah.
Hot women get on social media tons and tons of views, no matter what they do.
Yeah.
They could just sit there and pick their nose, and they're getting 1 million views, right?
Yeah.
If we had a very beautiful woman in the middle, sitting with us, co-host, yapping it up with us, I can almost guarantee you
Yep.
we'd have a lot more views.
Dude, or even if we had a dude in here that was like,
Or even a...
chiseled fucking stupid face.
Oh, yeah. Just coming in.
Hey, nope, but then there's us, short and skinny. Awesome.
And then we would have so many views just because of this dude. Like, chicks would be viewing.
Nope, but then there's us.
Oh, man.
And there's us.
So, yes, we are going to discuss, do attractive people get away with more?
I feel like more of what we're going to discuss is how we're not attractive than we thought that we were.
But then it might make us look, by the end of the show, we might
Maybe people will feel bad for us.
feel a little more attractive because they're going to be like, no, they're not that bad. I mean,
All right? That's like what I've always strived for, you know what I mean? I just want somebody to look at me and be like, oh, it's
yeah.
and cute.
And then they're always like, I mean, you got all your hair.
But he's funny.
Right.
But he's funny. But they're funny.
You got a good sense of humor. You know?
That's like the nicest way you can tell somebody that they're not good looking.
Kind of, right.
You know.
I love your
got a great
personality.
He's just such a great guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's ugly. Got it.
And then you're just like, all right, well, was that a compliment or was that an insult? Or
Right.
Yeah,
She's so sweet.
Get him back with that. Oh, man, that's fantastic.
Oh, man.
Okay, so attractive people, do they get away with
The
more?
shallowest show we've ever done.
Yeah. When they ask for help. So, I mean, we've all been in this scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, we're older. We've been through and seen pretty much everything. We've been around beautiful women before, blah, blah, blah. You know, we've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
Even with dudes, I guess, right? Attractive dudes, I mean...
Good. Just if someone is asking somebody for help, right? And the person that's being asked for help feels like the person that's asking for the help is attractive.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, they're 10 times more likely to help.
Easy.
Man or woman.
Yep.
They are absolutely more likely to help.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
biological thing.
And for me, though, the older I've gotten, for me, like, if anyone needs help, I don't even think,
Yes.
you know,
Agreed.
If
Agreed.
anyone needs help, I'm going to help them, regardless of whatever it is, because us not being attractive, we're not going to get help. So we need those good Samaritans out there to be like...
The only help I get is from my fellow ugly friends that I ask for help. And I'll tell you what, though. Although good-looking people may get help more often than not,
Yeah.
if an ugly person asks another ugly person for help, that's the ticket right there.
It's a guarantee.
Guaranteed help.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed help.
Yeah. So, yes, asking for help, no matter who it is,
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
You know.
I've always tried to be, at least. Like, I like to help
Oh, hell yeah.
people. So, I mean, I guess I don't help good-looking people more often than I help non-good-looking people, but there's always that, you get that feeling when someone very attractive comes up and asks you for help, you're like,
Yeah.
would you like me to move Mount Everest? Because I can try.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you just need directions. Oh, it's over there.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah. My house is that way. In case you were ever in the neighborhood. I live right there.
This next one. Tips.
So, this one's like Pandora's box for me.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So, I mean, I think just generally, yes. You know,
It has to be.
Attractive people will probably get better tips. However, coming from the service industry,
Yep.
the hospitality industry, I am more likely to tip someone better if they do a better job.
Service, right?
And I'll tell you what, the
Yeah.
dynamic that any good bar manager will set up on their bar is they have one person that's attractive, or two maybe,
Yep.
to bring in those people. But then there's always a workhorse on the bar that is a better bartender than any of the ones that are better looking.
The attractive people.
Yeah. And there's always that workhorse. Now, sometimes that one's the attractive one too, but that's like finding a unicorn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get somebody that's extremely hot and is
Just
an unbelievable bartender, but those are the people that like low-key make like $100,000 a year just bartending.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? So if you're good looking and you're a good bartender, shit.
Also, what if you own a bar and you got like a good attractive dude and then you got a good attractive woman and they're both?
Oh, well then you hit the lottery.
You're
That's
just
never happened though.
Why is this bar so packed all the time? Oh, because
there's that dude's fucking awesome, and there's a ton of chicks around him. That chick's attractive, and there's a ton of dudes around him, and they're both working their balls off?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. That's when you go and find the owner and just shake his hand. Or her hand, or whatever.
lucky.
But, yeah, it's just like, man, you hit the lottery. You better pay them whatever they want to keep
Easy
them there.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
But, yeah, it's like hitting the lottery on that one.
Yep. So tips, of course, no matter what. Now, I just saw a thing the other day, like who you're supposed to tip, like just in general. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's crazy, the list. Like, you're supposed to tip, like, on the list, I think there was, like, the cable guy or something, and then the garbage man. Like, all these things that, like, we'll have to do a show on it. Your jaw will drop.
I mean, I feel like I tip a decent amount of people.
Yeah.
I mean, the obvious ones are, servers and bartenders.
Yep.
Barbers.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
But, like, whenever I've gotten, like, a delivery, like a big delivery of something, like a fridge or, something that's got to get moved into the house for me, so I usually tip that driver.
Yep.
Some stuff.
Like the moving people.
To be honest, I in my mind, so I don't know why, but I always have like a lot of garbage that I put out on the curb. You know what I mean? It's almost never just the tote, right? I got an extra can that's out there, or something that's big, or some scrap wood, or just. Yeah. And shout out to my garbage guys, because I don't think they're supposed to take in the little contract thing. It says they won't take non-totes, right? Like anything that's not in their tote, they're technically like not supposed to take that stuff.
What?
Like in the country, yeah. And that's with like all garbage companies too. They're not, if it's not in their tote, they're not. They say that they won't take it, and a lot of them won't.
Holy shit!
Now I'm not going to mention who my garbage people are.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I don't want.
You want the same great
my
service.
stuff. They take everything.
Oh, that's so cool.
They do. They take everything, unless it's like something that's way too big. But people come and take. Nothing has ever lasted on the curb at my house. Doesn't matter if it's an old ass pallet or a broke chair or a grill that's half falling apart. Yeah. People will come and get it. I really want to leave something for my garbage men, and I tell myself that all the time, and I forget. I remember like when I see them taking the trash, I'm like, damn, I should have left them a box of donuts or
anything,
like an envelope taped to the lid that says thank you.
Don't throw away.
Yeah. But you know what gets me though? I want to find out if like I have a regular person that always does the route for me. Because my worst fear is that like I leave a 20 or something.
Oh, right.
And it's like a guy that it's their first time. You know what I mean? It's not the guy that deals with all of the shit that I can throw out there on a weekly basis. Yeah. Like even right now, dude, I just took my garbage out this morning because I get picked up tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The tote is full with the lid popping open because there's too much shit in it, right? It's probably way too heavy because there's like a couple random bricks in there. And there's like maybe a couple paint cans that shouldn't be in there. And but then I have another, just one of those round black Rubbermaid garbage cans. That's full. And then I have a whole nother big bag that's full of like, there's mad shit. There's mad shit. And they're going to come tomorrow and they're going to scoop all of it.
Right. You're lucky you would tip the dude that's getting trained for the first day.
Yeah.
That quits the next day.
Yeah. It would be like his first solo run. You know what I mean? Like he just got out of training and boom, he hits my house.
Like, I love this dude.
Oh, where'd you get that tip from? Middle Road. Fuck, I've been taking that for... Oh, man, that would be
You owe me some drinks, buddy.
Just get out there next time the guy's just standing there.
now just the toter's gone.
I know, right? And everything else. I have to start putting 20s on like all the extra stuff.
That's funny. Now I'm going broke. Damn. All right. Here's another scenario. Dating options.
I mean, this is just a no-brainer.
Yes, but also on the flip side, you know, when you're out and you see attractive, for us women, you know, we're like, yeah, we don't got a shot with that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because we're wiser now than we used to be. You know what I'm saying?
And then we're just like, you know, the average, you know, whoever, you know, is good personality, you know, everything that goes along with that. I mean, you know, sometimes, obviously, when we were younger, we would, you know, attempt anything, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
So, I guess it kind of goes both ways, maybe?
Yeah. I don't, so, I feel like, though, I don't know. I feel like when you're, like, at that level of attractive, you know what I mean? And attractiveness can go a lot of different ways. Because, you know, somebody that you see that you think is attractive might not be at that same level for me.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, everybody's got their own personal taste and stuff. But there are people that are in that small percentage way at the top where it doesn't matter who you ask. Be like, oh, do you think so-and-so is good looking?
Just
like,
J-Lo, for example.
Right. There's no man in the world that's like, no, she's ugly.
She's
like,
at least she's pretty to somebody who thinks she's...
Right. Well, and she's like 50 now.
I know.
And she's still hot.
Jeez Louise.
She's still hot. Well, it's like Jennifer Aniston.
Her too?
I think she's pushing like 60.
Yeah.
And
still.
So, where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, no, but I feel like at that point, like when you are that attractive person,
yeah,
I wonder if they think like, man, are they just dating me because of my...
It has to be, right?
You know what I mean?
Or you're just an arrogant
douchebag.
Cocky, you know, I can get anyone, or...
I hate those fucking
You know?
And I hate those people.
Oh, yeah.
That are just... I love when you find a person that's like on that, like a 10, like a 9 or a 10.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't know that they're a 9 or a 10.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean? Like,
and they have like no makeup.
And they're just so humble, and they're just, you know what I mean? Again, it's unicorns though, dude.
Yep.
Speaking of unicorns, I'm going to go on a real tangent on this one. Well, speaking of unicorns, remember, I don't know if I told you, but Lonnie watched this show once on Netflix called Unicorn Academy. It's about these girls that get taken to this magical forest castle thing, and they're chosen to be unicorn riders, and they have to go out into the magic forest and find a unicorn that they bond with, and
holy moly,
like it's cool, right? Yeah. So I take Lonnie out on the 4-wheeler in the woods behind the house all the time. We go riding, and we went out once earlier this year because she wanted to go searching for unicorns, and I was like, I'm in. Let's go. 4-wheeling unicorns. Let's go. So we do that all the time, and we were playing the other day, and she was looking at the tattoo that was on my shoulder. And she was like, are you going to get more tattoos? I was like, yeah. I was like, I've been planning on getting more tattoos for forever. And I just, I just haven't. And I was like, do you want me to get a tattoo? Do you want to pick my next tattoo? And she was like,
oh,
and I was like, okay. I said, I'll let you pick. I said, you can pick whatever you want, and Daddy will get a tattoo of that. And she was like, a unicorn. And I was like,
just like that.
All right, cool. Getting a unicorn tattoo.
There you go.
But she's been wanting to get her ears pierced, and Jackie and I were talking about it, so we're going to let her get her ears pierced.
Yep.
Jackie's going to get another piercing with her
while
she gets the piercing. But we want to go to like an actual, like a legitimate, like a tattoo/piercing place that actually
looks like it's going to be all one thing.
So
tattoo.
I'm also going to I'm also going to try to schedule the tattoo at the same time so that they can get the piercings. I'll get my tattoo. So now I got to find a dope.
Yeah.
I got to figure out a dope unicorn tattoo.
They're out there.
But she wants me to get it up here. So.
Yep. And all you got to... Now, do we find an attractive woman tattoo artist?
No, because they're probably not as good.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I got to find a fucking tattoo artist. So that... You know what's my problem is... So I always wanted... I don't know if I talked to you about this, because I feel like we've talked about tattoos a million times. I like the trash polka style of tattoos. I don't know if you... It's not a super popular, like, kind of... If you saw pictures...
Yeah.
I'll show you pictures later, you know what I mean? Anyways. But it's not, like, a thing that, like, a lot of people, like, specialize in.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of bad luck with this one on my shoulder. The first thing that I got done, it was terrible, and I left it unfinished for a long time because I hated the way that it came out.
Son of a bitch.
And one of the most difficult things to try to do is to try to get an artist to work on either a started or try and fix an existing tattoo, because most artists don't want to touch that stuff because they don't want to be attached to. So my buddy that I actually went to elementary school with owns a tattoo shop in town.
Nice.
Vintage Electric. I don't know if you've
heard of it
or not. But yeah, my buddy Austin owns that. I literally went to elementary school with him, like kindergarten. We were in class together. He worked on it for me and added some stuff and helped it a lot.
Yeah.
But like I really want to find like a good... The guy that I like the best, his name is Michael Cloutier. He's French-Canadian. Dude, his stuff is... unreal.
Yeah.
But he's like $200 an hour.
That's how a lot of them are now.
But I mean, if you saw, I'll show you. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm so off track. Sorry that I got us down that.
But I do want a tattoo as well. Ooh, I can't wait.
One drink tattoos.
All right. I can't wait for that tattoo now. It's stuck in my head.
Which one? The one drink one? Or just a tattoo?
Many more. Just fucking fill me up. Okay. So, attractive people. Do they get away with more? Did we do this one? I can't remember.
I don't know. Yes.
So, do they get away with more? The only scenario I can think of is... Because when you do something wrong, you do something wrong regardless if you're hot or not, right? Cops.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
I mean, it's just reality that if a cop pulls you over, and I mean 9 times out of 10, if it's a hot woman, and the crime is not that crazy, whatever.
Yeah. They'll get off with a warning.
See ya.
Yeah.
Right?
You ever gotten...
Me?
Nice day, sir.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A few times.
Oh, you might be attractive then, dude.
No, well, one of them, the dude was in a rush. That was a blessing from the Lord above, because I would have been screwed. Another time they, just stupid shit, but he was just like, okay, go ahead.
I've gotten away once.
Yeah.
Which to me is proof positive that I am not attractive. And the only reason that I got away, that he let me go, because he took my shit to go write a ticket, and then he literally came out of his car and came running back to the car, gave me my stuff, gave me a verbal warning. He was like, this is your lucky day, I just got a big call, I gotta go.
Yeah, same
and
thing happened
he
to
ran
me.
back to his car and then peeled out, went the other direction.
You know how cool it would be if the cop that pulled me over and that cop that pulled you over was this in Rochester?
No, it was a sheriff, but it was in Mendon.
Oh, okay. It just would have been cool if, they were on the same call and they were just like at the same time we're getting pulled over and they're just like, all right, this is your, because that's the same shit that happened to me, and then the dude just took off and I was like, oh, thank you.
I wish we could remember what the date was.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, I said the same thing, dude. I just sat there. I sat there on the shoulder, and I was just like,
yeah, same here.
Because it was he popped me for speeding coming into Mendon from like Bloomfield, but the speed limit drops from like 55 to 35.
Yeah, I hate that.
And he was sitting like
right by the sign,
3 feet away from the fucking sign.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or the second sign he was sitting. And I literally just missed
Yeah,
the first sign. I didn't know that the second one was there. So like I was starting to slow down when I saw him like in the distance, and I was like, son of a bitch. And I was going like 60, 65 maybe. So I think I may have been slowed down
70.
to 55 because that's what he said he got me at was 55, and he was like, oh, speed limit changes right. I was like, other than the sign that you were just sitting next to, I was like, I didn't see another one. He was like, oh yeah, there's another one.
Yep.
Right back there. I was like, fuck.
Same thing happened to me going to Newark. There's this little village. You slow down to 30, and then up a little bit more. I know it turns 55, so I just started going. Yeah. And there he was sitting.
So we literally just did the opposite.
Yeah. And I'm just, and then at the and this is at 4:30 in the morning. So I mean, I guess I get it.
Oh, was this recent?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
2 weeks ago.
Oh well, and then wasn't the same. This was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I'm just going, and then he's like, I pulled you over. I was like, well, he's like, well, where are you going? I was like, well, I blah blah blah. I got to get to the hospital. He's like, oh okay, and I was like, yeah, dude, I know. I travel through here every Friday. I'm sure you've seen me. You sit here every Friday. You know who I am. So yeah, screw that. But that's the only thing I could think about getting away with.
Yeah.
Because regardless, you do something wrong, attractive or not.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I feel like, so you and I have lived now through several decades.
Yes.
Just tough to talk about. I feel like in the 90s and early 2000s, this subject was more prevalent than it is now. Because I feel like people nowadays are so afraid of like that cancel culture.
Oh, easy.
That they don't want to let good-looking people get away with stuff to make it look like they're being impartial. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, because, back then, there wasn't social media. So people aren't seeing or judging.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
So, regardless of what it is, now chicks and dudes want to be, the perfect.
And it's so funny though that you were saying earlier, you know what I mean? Now that we're getting older, it's some of that stuff just seems so
irrelevant.
Yes, exactly.
I know.
Irrelevant.
Yep.
Like I don't care that you're good looking or not.
Could care less.
So past it.
Yes.
And it's just literally don't
mean
shit.
shit.
That's why older people always tell you it's not always about looks.
And they're so
because you just care about it less. Why don't they just say that? Be like, in 15 years, you're not going to care about looks that much.
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Because they're right.
My chick's going to be fine, blah, 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 this and that. And it's like, bro, if you do, good for you.
Great.
But you are going to learn that,
it literally just doesn't matter that much anymore.
And she's not going to be that hot forever.
Nope.
Some chicks, maybe, but. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But especially,
it's crazy getting older.
Yeah. Like, your whole thought process changes.
Yeah.
So, like, if I went out now, right, and if I was single and I went out, I think it would be more of a joke. So, like, if we went out, it would be more of a joke, like, yo, watch this, Oliver.
Right.
I'm going to go up to this chick and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And to where...
Now it would be like, dude...
Yeah, you're like, you'll be back in 5 seconds.
Yeah. When before it would be like, fucking do it.
We're prepping up.
Do it.
We just,
do it.
Come on, man.
I'll go talk to him first. Let's go try. Even though we'd still be sitting back down in 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. So it's just like, it doesn't matter what, what we do. But
and it's so funny. I would much rather sit down and have a conversation with somebody that I thought was
for
decent
sure.
looking.
For sure.
Like, average.
Yep.
And just, it was just a good...
And ultimately...
chat, rather than go after, like, the hottest person in the room.
Because, 9 times out of 10...
That's some sustenance now.
That chick is just, boring, or just all about herself. Empty.
Just empty.
Because she's... whatever.
Yeah.
But you said it before. Ultimately, you said this a couple million shows back, but you were like, ultimately, you have to be attracted somehow, some way to the person you're talking to.
100%.
So it doesn't have to necessarily be looks. Of course, you want a decent looking person.
Yeah.
But also, it really isn't all about, being super attractive.
Definitely not. But you still need to be physically attracted to the person that you're with.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But what you see as attractive is your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as long as, I think that's what most people need to really understand is that it doesn't matter if you think the person that I'm with is good looking. I think the person that I'm with is good looking. And that's what should matter to people. But I think that this world is so superficial that everybody cares about what everybody else thinks about the person that they're with.
Oh, yeah.
And they aren't looking at.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not happy unless they think that every other person in the room wants the chick that they're with. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just...
And that's the one thing with this show that I have come to terms with is, like, we don't always get good feedback, right?
No.
We get made fun of. We have shit said to us about it, but ultimately, who gives a shit?
Care.
Exactly, dude.
I have fun doing this show. I like the way we do the show, and that's it.
That's it.
But we've also never been in this for anything.
True.
Other than a good time.
Just laugh for 2 hours.
We started this show to have a good time. Like, you know what I mean? We get to hang out a few times a month.
Yeah.
Chat about funny shit, and then that's it. Yeah. And that's
why we do it changes up our routine.
Right. If we get 1 million views, great.
Yeah.
If we get 4 views, great.
4 views and a you guys suck. Hey,
thanks for watching. You still watched it though. People get so butthurt about like negative criticism.
I know.
And it's just like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, do you really think that you're gonna make everybody's gonna like the shit that you're doing?
And I will say this: I had a friend who wasn't the most attractive person, and this was when I was younger, growing up.
Was it me?
He was a bigger, like, just
no, not me.
Whatever, dude. He had a great personality. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. He had charm. He was just a nice dude, right? Yeah. All around nice dude. This dude was pulling chicks. Mm-hmm. Hot chicks. Any chick he wanted. Because he just had it. He had that thing.
I swear to God, it's humor that I would put humor above looks in a straight heads-up contest.
Oh, easy.
You take a guy that's a 7,
yep,
and a guy that's a 10, right? And you give the guy that's a 7 a good, humorous personality, and you put them face to face against the same group of chicks. I'm putting my money on the 7.
Always,
every time.
And I mean, this dude and this dude wasn't even a 7. This dude was like a 5.
Well, but humor must have been great. Humor was a 10.
He had it. He was witty, humor. I mean, this dude, and like he was. I mean, at the time, he was one of the greatest wingmen ever that I've witnessed in Rochester for being who he was. No fear. I mean, so yeah. All right, let's get back to this.
Yeah.
Dress badly. So I'm assuming if you dress badly, you still look attractive?
So I hate like all the trends and fads that like come out for fashion.
Oh,
I'm not a fashion guy. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just don't care. And I think most stuff looks really stupid, to be honest with you. I'm more of like a simple kind of guy. You know what I mean?
T-shirt, polo, whatever. Shorts, shoes.
You know, t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, jeans. I mean, that's the world that I live in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you got all these dumbass shoes and then just clothes that feel like they're in the way. Like, you know what I mean?
It's too much.
Like, you can't do shit because you're wearing this. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? You can't go do this because of the boots that you're wearing?
Yeah. And then, remember...
You gotta be joking.
And then it's those tight elastic pants that, like...
Oh, my God. That when they bend over, they gotta go like this.
Yeah.
So, like, they don't...
Or they roll their things up.
Oh, my God. I can't stand that shit.
So even the most attractive person, guy or girl, I mean, for girls, I guess it's different because they just pretty much wear nothing. That's their forte, right?
I don't care that.
Sundresses, my weakness.
I think it's every guy's weakness.
It could be a full revealing nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Just, hey, I think it's
the flowiness.
I'm in a sundress, and you're just like, what is it about that sundress?
And you know, I think one thing too that's so captivating about that is the sundress season in upstate New York is so small that we only get it for a couple months a year.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like if you live in Florida or California or whatever, it's like year round. It's like you get numb to it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? For us, it's like, it's sundress season.
2 months.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And it's like a holiday for us men, and when you women wear these sundresses.
Yeah.
And I mean...
And then unfortunately for us, we get 6 months of Uggs. Which
in sweatshirts and
hate Uggs so much.
Even on an attractive person?
Yes. Dude, yes. I think they're fucking terrible. I don't like the way that they look. Yeah. I don't like the way that they get nasty and they look like a wet fucking dog, dude. And then they get them fucking salt marks on there.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even fucking clean them, dude. And
they're not even...
They're just, looks like a wet dish rag wrapped around your foot.
And they're not real boots to be worn out in the winter.
No.
I'm assuming. I don't know. I've never had them.
I think they're so stupid.
Yeah.
I just cannot stand them.
Yep.
I can't stand them. Thank God for me, Jackie also doesn't like them. Because I can't fucking stand them. And then do you ever see the man Uggs?
I've seen one dude wear those once, and I A, couldn't stop looking, B, couldn't stop laughing, and then in my head I was like, why the fuck is he wearing those? And I mean,
seen them new rubber ones, like them silicone boots.
Oh yeah, dude.
That like come up to here with like the weird like rib around, and then they're like tight, and then they get like big again. Yeah, you seen them?
It's ridiculous.
Yo.
Yeah.
I don't know what fucking robot fantasy world we're fucking living in.
And there's the thing is like, I know what I could pull off and maybe not pull off, I guess. You know what I mean?
I know my lane.
But yeah, but like as we're older, like we don't give a fuck.
No, I'm in the dad lane.
Yeah.
This is it. This is it right here. This is the dad lane. You know what I mean? Shorts, t-shirt.
That's it.
Ankle socks.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up the ankle socks.
Right. Because
for the long ones again.
In the 80s, when I was growing up, the long ones were for the dad.
Yeah.
And now it's back.
It's back. Not for the dads.
Not for the dads. Oh, fat.
I can't stand that long sock, and the slip-ons.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh, no?
If you're going to wear slip-ons, dude, just take your socks off.
Yeah. I do that sometimes. I just hate feet.
All right, that's fair.
I hate looking at feet.
Fair. You're not doing it for the look, though.
I know.
You're doing it for if there's a reason.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I do it at the gym because I have socks that are compression socks.
Yeah, so that has a function.
Well, yeah, that's true. I won't wear them out.
Right. You're not intentionally going to put on long white socks and slips and then just go out.
So, Oliver, you want to go to a...
Not with you. Not looking like that. I'm gonna show up at your door one day. I'm just gonna go buy an outfit and have like a 19-year-old pick it for me on what's popular, and then I'm just gonna show up at the door one day for a show and just see your. I'm gonna wear my GoPro too, and so I can film your reaction.
I'm just gonna be like, dude, what?
You're just gonna open the door and be like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my lord,
dude! So you remember Ryan from Quimby's, right? He shaved our heads.
Oh yeah.
So we had one of our servers came in wearing just some weird ass shoe.
Stupid.
Right. So I'm standing back by the dish pit. The server's in the service station, and I'm just staring. I'm just looking. I'm like, what is happening right
What is
here?
that?
And I was like, I can't say anything because I'm not that guy. To initially bring something up. Dude, Ryan comes around the corner out of the kitchen, looks at the server, looks down and goes, "What the fuck are those?" Yo,
what were they?
Dude, I don't even know, dude. They're just some weird ass shoes, dude. But he didn't even see them for 5 seconds, dude. Meanwhile, I've been standing back there for 5 minutes
waiting to say that.
Yo, I almost fell on the floor. I was laughing so hard.
You're like, I wanted to say that.
He was like, ah! I just why I just quietly died in the
This was a server that worked there? Oh, Lord have mercy. He never heard the end of that, huh? He probably quit. That's funny.
Oh my God, dude, it was so good.
All right. Receiving patience. I mean, I don't have patience
For anybody.
Yeah, right. Hot, ugly, anything. Patience is patience.
Patience is patience, and I just don't have it. It doesn't matter how good you look.
Oh, see, but this one's a little different. So it says this person had a stutter, right? Mm-hmm. So they had patience with her.
Well, yeah, but it's because they had something nice to look at while they were waiting for them to finish the
right,
the
and then the other dude didn't have a. So yes, you're exactly right.
So I guess, I mean, yeah.
I guess that kind of
in certain scenarios, I guess it's
right.
But I mean, that's like anything though. Like if you're taking a shit and you have your phone,
yeah,
you don't mind waiting to finish taking a shit. When you go to take a shit and you don't have your phone though,
you're done,
dude. That's the longest 15 minutes in the world, dude. Like, in the world.
You're like, come on, let's
Same
finish.
thing with waiting for somebody that's, like, especially, like, with the stuttering.
Right.
Like, you got to just sit there and wait, because you don't want to be rude.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You want to be nice, you want to be courteous.
And if I got a pretty face to look at I'll just...
Yeah.
Well, then you can stare, and it's not awkward.
It's very not awkward.
Because I'm just waiting for you.
You're just like, oh.
I'm being polite.
Yeah.
I'm politely
all right.
looking at your amazing face.
Yep.
And I don't even care about the stutter.
Yep, keep
talking. I get to stare at you for
keep
longer.
Talking.
Yeah.
Keep
Take
talking.
as long as you want. Stutter away.
Get the benefit of the doubt. I can't, for me...
I feel like this is the total opposite for me. I feel like I don't trust good-looking people more often because I feel like they're using their looks.
They know.
They know, yeah. Unless you find the unicorns that they have no clue how hot they are. You can tell those kind of people immediately.
Oh, yeah.
60 seconds. Mm-hmm. And you know if someone knows how good-looking they are or
right
not.
away.
You can absolutely tell immediately.
Yep.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yep. And I think you're so right about this because they know, and they'll try to persuade you kind of into like...
Yeah.
And then you give them the benefit of the doubt, you're like, And then
I'll be like...
I think the hotter you are, the more shady I think you are.
Yes.
Right?
Well, just...
not shady,
intentionally, but just because
we
know
know
subconsciously that you can use your looks.
Right.
As a chip. You know what I'm saying?
We have wisdom.
Right, because we're ugly.
We know
good looking people trying to get over on us our whole lives. You can't play that shit with me.
We know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You ain't fooling us. All right. Last one. Attractive people being mean.
I think this kind of plays into the last one. I don't think that overly attractive people are mean intentionally. I just think that people get them misconstrued a lot because
it comes off that way.
Use their looks for things.
Yeah.
But you can't really blame someone that's good looking for using their looks. Because they have looks, so why wouldn't you use it?
Right.
It's like asking a smart person. That's like being mad at a smart person for being smart.
And they just come off snobby. You're just like, just because you think you're smart?
Like, that's their strength, is their intelligence. So you're mad because they're smarter than you?
Right.
Or are you mad because you're dumb? You know what I mean?
I'm dumb.
It's like, are you... Like, I'm not saying it's cool for them to be mean, but...
Right. And look at attractive people, I'm assuming they have to be mean at some point because they've heard everything, especially being out, getting hit on or whatever, or this or that, or wherever you are, it's kind of like, you're just like,
but
fuck you, buddy, or...
I feel like a lot of them are just too much with it.
Yeah, they're just too into themselves.
You can't be mean because you're...
Why are you talking to me?
Right.
What?
Bitch.
Because I want to say hello?
Nope.
Because I thought you were hot, but now you're not.
No, you're not. You're just a bitch.
Now you're just mean.
So, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Karen. I'm going to go back to my ugly friends.
So yes, do attractive people get away with more? It's kind of a toss-up. I would say yes for the most part.
I feel like overall, yes.
But there are scenarios where, they get a no.
There are scenarios where it's not better to be
Yeah.
good looking.
Yep.
You know
And
what I mean?
I don't
Which
know.
is like, I feel like where we fit in, you know what I mean? Or at least me personally. I feel like I'm in that like
We're in the mediocre range.
6.5 to 8 range maybe on a good day.
We're middle.
You know what I mean? Yeah, a little above.
High.
I feel like on the higher end of middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 or 7-ish.
7-ish. I'm good with like a steady, consistent 7.5.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like I sit.
I mean, I'm
cool with that.
I'm cool with a 6.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. Personalities like a 4, but
Oh yeah, so like if I can get you one-on-one
yeah.
and actually talk, no phones, right? Just put the phones away. Yeah. I think we could. I think even for both of us, because we can talk exactly. And now I'm gone. I'm out. See ya.
In case anyone is wondering what just happened there, Matt absolutely cannot stand interactions where someone is stuck on the phone.
When you're supposed to talk
I
one-on-one.
think that was like your number one pet peeve, wasn't it? Like in the pet peeve show,
Yeah.
Wasn't it like top 3? Somebody on like when you're on a date,
Yeah.
and one person's just
Yep. I've walked out before. Adios. Have fun with your phone.
yeah.
Make out with your phone, bitch. So I feel like for both of us, so if we're a 6, we get a one-on-one, we'll get to that 7. We'll get to the 7. You know what I'm
Maybe even
saying?
creeping on 8.
I mean, maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we're in the middle.
Yeah.
High
Cool.
middle.
I'm cool with it. Yeah. We're
High
upper
middle.
middle.
Middle class.
We're like upper middle class.
Woo!
That's what I'm going to tell myself I'm at.
Oh, for sure.
Upper middle class.
Yeah. Makes me feel even...
Maybe we're just 4s and we just don't know. Maybe we're just in denial.
True.
Maybe that's why we're so cool, because we're ugly as shit.
We're no threat to nobody.
No. We go walking into a bar and nobody's like, damn.
Yeah,
Look
look
that
at
dude's
those.
gonna take my girl.
Unless
Nope.
they think you're a pro golfer, then we got millionaires buying us drinks. Jesus Christ! They thought you were attractive that day.
Oh, sure did.
That was amazing.
Oh, that was the best.
So yes, that is our one drink for the show.
Yep. And if you're curious about that golf story, go watch our very first show.
Please do.
March 28th, 2020.
Yep.
Watch it.
And you can see the difference from now and our first show.
Yeah, don't judge us based on that one.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Had
It's a little slow.
an Oakland A's fucking hat in the background.
I was super slow. Welcome to One Drink, a pod. And I wasn't even drunk. Like, we were just, it's our first show. Come on.
Yeah. And we were in uncomfortable stools. I think by the end I was like sitting like
Oh,
this.
for sure. We needed back braces. And
Matt kept doing this.
sniffing.
It's great.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, if you like this show and any of our other shows, if you like watching us go off on tangents about unicorns that don't really relate to anything, be sure to check out all of our other shows. You can find us on every single major platform where you listen to your podcasts. We're there, everything at One Drink Podcast. Be sure to check out our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube page. Hit the like, sub button, click on that bell notification to be the first ones notified when our new episodes drop.
Yeah.
Whoo! I got through that one pretty well, too.
And all we ask is if you share with one person.
Just one. We asked the same thing. We've asked this 400 times.
Yep. Hey, it's funny, too, because Oliver shared one of his posts from his business, Colors by OG.
Nice plug.
Someone else shared his post. That post got shared, and it only took 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think I got like a total of 10 shares on that one. So
Yeah.
Look at that. Imagine if we got 10.
We'd be a lot. We'd be a lot cooler.
1, 2,
Maybe.
3,
Probably not.
4, 5. See? Boom. 5 seconds. You have enough time.
5 seconds, 5 shares? Oh, you guys are the best.
5 for 5. Anyways, guys, until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.